So I think it's good to help our young men and women with some directions of where the opportunities are in the future. Let's talk a little bit about drones. You
Hmm.
briefly talked about drones. This last war in Iran showed the power of let's say mastering drone technology, or
Yeah.
for lack of
Yeah.
another way, and how an asymmetric war can be fought with just drones. And
The
so
size.
right, so tell us a little bit about where India is on helping on our own drone development, and where does HAL see drone manufacturing, where does it fit into the bigger bill?
I think the in India we have a lot of startups working on the smaller drones. Typically, most of them operating below, I would say, 110, 120 kg class of drones. Most of them are perhaps the 10, 20 kg class, small ones with small endurances. The bigger ones, which are IC engine driven, they have longer endurances. Uh, So there are a lot of players in this, no doubt, and every day you can see now that the Shahid also has become popular. There are a lot of people going for that. But again, it comes down to, I think, some basic building blocks are still, we are heavily dependent on China. For example, the controller itself comes from China, and in the Sindhu recently, we did hear through some sources that many of them could not work in a GPS denied environment. Right. So I think a lot of action is happening. A lot of companies are coming in, and definitely new products will come out in the coming years. But a lot of them are already getting deployed. But they are typically reconnaissance drones or the smaller ones, loitering munition. So I think that's a very price sensitive market, and there are too many players. So HAL, we are not going into that. We are building the bigger UCAVs. So we have a project called Warrior, CATS Warrior, where we are building right now a 2.5 ton UCAV with our own gas turbine, which is developed by HL initially, and later we'll go to heavier. So I think that is the direction we are going. The 3 tons, the 5 ton kind of aircraft, with which can carry bombs and missiles, or it could be used as a reconnaissance. And it is what is called the Wingman, remotely piloted by a manned aircraft through data link. You control the aircraft. So that is the direction in which we are working. And we've done a very interesting thing. We have a Kiran trainer, which is a twin seater where you have the trainee and the trainer both sitting next to each other. So we have pulled out the trainee seat, and we've put the actuators, the flight control computer in that. So it's called the optionally manned combat aircraft, OMCA. So now that is going to fly maybe in this year. And so initially we take off for the pilot, and then he hands over to the computer, and it will be controlled by the ground. And once this refinement happens, the cruise, and then we'll move to automatic takeoff and landing. If this is done, then we pull out the pilot. So this is the way we are refining this, and then later it comes into the UCAV tier 2, because safety is very important. So this is something we are trying to refine, that control law and algorithms. So I think that is the direction we are going. In future, you will have this optionally manned aircraft where you could put a pilot or you could remove him. I think that's the best combination. Or an unmanned controlled by a manned vehicle. That is the direction I think we are going.